Today we'll be looking at how to take a particular motif and how to use it in different kind of placements on a garment, how to create taking a basic motif and enlarging it, or creating an all over jal motif, how to add the fillers, the smaller detailing along with the big main ones. We'll be talking about how to use the same motif that we have selected into a Buddha formation, which you see over here. It's like a singular big motif. How to make a bale out of it, so when I can add it like a single wine-like structure, I'll make it becomes like a bale. So we'll be looking at that. How we can take the same motif and create borders out of it, which can be used on your dupattas, your saris, or anywhere else on a garment with placement. And we'll also look at how to use this design on a neckline of a garment, and to create like a neck design on it. Okay, so these are various options or various ways which can the motif be adapted to in different formations to be used over your garment. The very first step we'll start is to select a motif. I have taken a motif, it's a secondary motif which I have selected. It could be a motif of your own creation based on your concepts and your designs. You select a motif and we'll start working on it. The first step which we'll be doing, the first direction we'll be doing is how to enlarge the motif. So you may have a motif which is not of your usual size, and if you wish to enlarge it without any other aid, there's a way of doing it. We first divide the motif into a grid pattern. Okay, we divide, so I have made half inches blocks here and made a grid formation, and depending on the kind of size I want to do, so here I have made it almost 4 times the size. So I have taken each block, a half by half inch block, and made it into a 1 by 1 inch over here. So I have created a similar grid, counting the number of boxes which I have here into the size of grid which I wish to recreate the motif in, and I have it ready over here. Okay, now I'll show you how we can take it ahead from there. So now, based on the sections which you see on the grid in a particular square, it becomes easier to recreate that particular part of the motif in the subsequent square. So what you see here, I've already created some. Now I am trying to create this big flower over here. So depending on which grid I see it in, so in this particular grid where this section is where my stem will start to originate. Okay, then I move on to the next one which is diagonally over top of it, and the base of the flower covers a majority of the block there. The lower diagonal which you see is what it is about, so that gives me an idea of how big it needs to be, and that's how you recreate the shape over here and creating the petals. Okay, so now we will keep observing all the blocks around this base of the flower to try to get the similar scale of the design. This way all the proportions in the entire design will be maintained in the new scale or the new size that you are working on. Once you are sure of the forms, you can darken them. There's a big flower there. This is the stem. And there you have your design. Let's see if we've missed out something somewhere. We have got dots. So this is how you can enlarge from a smaller scale to the scale of whatever you wish. So we have taken each individual block of 1 by 1 inch. If you wish to expand it further, you can put it almost at 2 by 2 inches blocks or 3 by 3 inch, depending on what scale you have, and you can increase your design accordingly from a very small size to the size which you want.